Packed house at Eden Park as the rain continues to fall. Might be easing just a little. New Zealand have won their last 18 test matches against Australia at Eden Park, and as mentioned earlier, haven't lost at this venue since 1986. Only 3 of this current All Black team were born in 1986. Now the haka. They save the big hakas for the big test matches.
Yes, they do. And last week, out of respect for BJ Lahore, we saw Kamate. And in more recent times, the version of the haka now that the All Blacks do have within them in recent times. The Australians standing strong, lots of passion already.
Tonight's referee, Jaco Piper. From South Africa, Matthew Carley of England, Shui Kupo from Japan, his assistants, and once again Murray Shonka from South Africa is the TMO.
Good year.
Plenty of words spoken this week, and we're about to have the action at Eden Park, and it looks like the rain, Smithy, has just about done its dash for the moment.
I won't bet that it's gone for the night though, Nisbo. We'll just enjoy it while we can, but as we said before, it will be greasy, there's no doubt about it, and a decent breeze favouring the All Blacks first half.
Countdown is on for this important test match. Christian Leali'ifano with the kickoff at Eden Park in Auckland, and pushing it just the 10 metres, and immediately into touch it goes, and the All Blacks win the line-out.
Yep.
Coles throws, Reed delivers, and an early penalty.
Put it down. Pull his arm down. Thanks, mate.
So interference on the jumper from the Wallabies. Moonga plugs it away downfield, and
Move.
another
Move back.
line out.
Here's the line. Shift. Keep the gap. Don't close it down.
Coles goes again, just slightly overthrew that, and knocked on though by the Wallabies. So he was looking to find Adi Savia, overthrew it, but the Wallabies knocked it on.
Opportunity for the Wallabies to stifle the All Blacks there, but now they get their first chance at setting a platform from the scrum.
The left of my mark, please. Thank you.
Sonny Bill Williams obviously back. Will offer some decent carry in the midfield. The All Blacks will be looking to get more over the advantage line this week than what they did last week. Spider Cam coming in over the scrum. Nepolala gets his opportunity this week. How will that All Black front row perform?
Bind.
Once again, Adi Savia in the back of the scrum on All Black ball. And it's a big one too. Really good scrum. And they've won a penalty early on as Aaron Smith slings it away for Leonard Brown. So they're playing under penalty advantage here as Aaron Smith works it to Whitelock. Now Bridge moves it on. Savia ranging out wide. And got the pass back in field to Williams. Just couldn't link up.
Collapse.
And some promising signs for the All Blacks already. But they're going back to the penalty.
What was pleasing to see was the injection of George Bridge, the left winger, in at second receiver and then through the nice pass. So he's not hovering on his wing. He will get around the field. George Bridge's work ethic is very good. He covers back nicely. And I'm sure he's been given the license to roam this evening.
Yep.
Massive first up scrum. They certainly didn't have that sort of domination last week.
Well, big pressure from Joe Moody, wasn't there? Even though he's in the starting 15 next week, the fact that his partner, his long-time partner, has been sent packing briefly, it's a message in itself to Joe Moody. Very promising start for him. In terms of the kicking, well, the plant foot will be interesting because it is so greasy on top. Breeze behind Richie Mo'unga. Really, it's a right to left breeze as you look at it now. And it's just dropped away a wee bit. The fact that the rain has gone as well momentarily.
Good kick. Good start. Early lead for the All Blacks. 3 points to 0.
Richie Mo'unga stays through the ball, nice and solid, gets that plant foot right, head over the ball. And a good first up early penalty from Richie Mo'unga.
Goes longer this time. Leliofano pushing it close to the touchline. Taken down by Anton Leonard Brown. Aaron Smith to do the clearance himself. And he's drifted it to War. He didn't let it bounce, Courtney Beale. And fortunately for him, it bounced out.
Oh, it's a nice kick from Aaron Smith. It's a difficult angle. He has to step back to hit it. Didn't have a lot of room, but executed perfectly.
Nice Irani used in the line out. That's gone forward. Not picked up. It should have been, and it is.
Well, what a poor first 4 or 5 minutes from the Wallabies. Pretty much everything they've tried has gone awry for them. An absolute opposite to last week, where it all just fell into place. Clearly here, forward pass, well forward, about a metre forward. No wonder he's throwing his hands up early. Can't complain about that.
So you can see there Dane Coles and Adi Savia working in tandem. With his ability to get in over the ball, Dane Coles, they do have him defending off the back of the line out, where he's able to make tackles, get to his feet, turn the ball over. Traditionally, the hooker would be at the front defending in that channel. Dane Coles off the back of the All Black line out. He put huge pressure on Christian Lelafano there. That forced the forward pass. Set up for the All Blacks, Beauden Barrett and Richie Mo'unga directly in behind. Certainly on to come to the right as we look at it.
Xavier waits. Smith swings it to the left to Mo'unga. Drops it off to Barrett. And he trickles it down the touchline, Beauden Barrett. And the All Blacks playing all the early rugby in the game after 6 minutes. Stretching up and delivering was Adam Coleman. Now Karevi, who's the danger man in midfield, as White hands it on. Here's O'Connor. Here's Beale up as the extra man. Taken down by Coles, who's made some early tackles. Ball is loose though. And it's there. All Blacks trying to hook it back, but it's on the Wallaby side.
It's more lost feet.
And James O'Connor has got himself in there. Very slow ball. Coleman managed to dig it out in the finish.
No.
Now White lines up the kick. Barrett under no pressure at all. Again drops it onto his left boot, and he's found space too. And that is a lovely kick by Beauden Barrett, and it's awkward. Hodge just manages to bring it under control and takes it out from the 22. White is there quickly. Now charging on goes Seo. Wallabies under early pressure. White's going to kick again.
Take him back.
Took it back. Moanga commits himself. Driven down in the tackle of Hooper, who drives past the ball, but no support there for him. Now here's Sam Cane. And that one's been knocked forward by the All Blacks. Untidy. And the kick through made by Tolu Latu.
Great option.
Was it ever? Here come the pace. Ball beautifully brought under control by Reese. Oh, gee, that's magnificent. Stood up and got away and bought time for his team.
Around the neck.
Terrific defensive play, and yes, it was a tackle round the neck on Sevu Reese. Well, it's not just about scoring tries for wingers.
Oh, the work rate's exceptional. It was a great read from Tolu Latu, the Australian hooker. He spotted off the turnover that Beauden Barrett wasn't back in the fullback position. He had Marika Korobeti wanting the ball put ahead, but the pace of Sevu Reese to get back, and then he still had to get himself out of trouble. He had Wallaby defenders all around him. Did that very well, and eventually All Blacks get out of jail.
It was a stray boot, came through. So the All Blacks, here's Reese. Shadowed across and taken by Hooper. That's the All Black 10-metre line as Smith punching again. Beale has committed himself big time. Ball's fallen for Smith. Again the boot. Korobeti getting back. And the All Blacks kicking well early.
Justin, that was a tactic I thought they might try last week in Perth with Israel Folau, who's dominated the air, let's be fair, in the last 3 or 4 years. And tonight, first one, effective. Beale nowhere near it.
Absolutely, but Beale was on the chase. He was trying to make the catch and was out of position because of it.
Disrupted ball, it's loose. Tidied up, and Hodge brings it back. It's been knocked on by the All Blacks though. So White hands it across to Ala Latoa. Now Nick White. And this won't go out. George Bridge slings it across to Barrett. Drop kick from Beauden Barrett, and it's away to the right. He's landed 2 in his career, and that didn't miss by a lot. Lele Fano taken down by Bridge. Brings it back strongly. Running hard into Coleman. Smith again. Slings it across for Paluto.
No.
Now Smith again. Moanga. This time it's Sonny Bill. Had to bring it under control. Now Lala charging hard. Away for Savia. Spins out of a couple. Brilliant run by Savia. Now Smith again. Moanga hands it up for Reed. spilled by Coles and snapped up by the Wallabies. Right in centre field. Here goes Beale. Hands it across for Rodder. Now Nick White.
It's over now.
But Barrett is back in position. Took it back inside the 22. And drops it on the boot, and Beale looking to see if he can find some space. Going straight up the middle, Beale. Reid knocks him over though, but he set it nicely for White. Now there's a chance down this left wing side as Karevi makes good ground. White. Oh, Reid was there a lot quicker. Now the turnover. Laulala swings it away. Here's Xavier. Gives Bridge a little bit of space on the left wing side.
Okay, play on. All good.
Smith again. Laulala. Working blindside with Bridge. Xavier hangs on. Again, refuses to be tackled. Smith. Laulala. Plenty of carries from the big number 3 already. But this time a penalty. And I think it was Joe Moody driving in on the angle.
He has inaccurate clean out from Joe Moody. Was from the angle from the side. Yeah. He's got to come from the hindmost foot.
The TMO actually checked
he didn't do that. I think Kieran Reid was okay. I mean, they are asking the questions, the Wallabies, whether or not he was onside. But that's a consequence of Nick White taking steps. Last week he took lateral steps and the All Blacks let him do that. But if they come forward when he's taking lateral steps, they can get to that player at the same time he delivers the pass, and that's what Kieran Reid did. He was right sweating on the ball carrier and subsequently smashed him.
Latu throws. Tipped untidily for White. Trying to close him down, and Tuipulotu does just that.
Around the neck.
And another head-high tackle.
Yeah, it's not deliberate. It's around the neck.
This time from Sam Whitelock.
Wait, just go, please. Thanks. See you.
With a short haircut.
Just arm around the neck and he bailed out. I'm definitely not going to give anything else than that.
So. Yeah, Nepo Laulala was involved in this in some way as well. It was, of course, Sam Whitelock that got him up around the neck area. I'm just wondering whether it's coincidental or not, but it seems to be a lot of play on that left-hand side of the ground. The tactical kicking from the All Blacks has all gone left, whether they're trying to box Reece Hodge into a corner somewhat, but Ardie Savea and co are getting good profit up in those tram lines up the top.
You're absolutely right, and the kicking game's been accurate as well. They're finding the grass a lot, so it shows that they've done their homework and they are catching Australia out at the moment, which is excellent. And Beauden Barrett's in good position as well.
Lopsided possession and territory in the game so far, but now the Wallabies, after 14 minutes, have a chance on the 22. Line out one by Coleman.
One's going sideways.
Latu holding in the back. No progress there, so White off to Karevi. Again busting the tackle. Now White onto Liliafano. Hodge delays the pass, and now Corabetti lined up by his opposite, Sevu Reece. And the All Blacks have turned this over. Had too many defenders there. Smith back to Barrett. And Barrett hoops it away down. And an awkward bounce. It's Karevi. Hard man to stop. But Sam Cane does the job pretty readily. Now Coleman goes hard. White again for Liliafano. Alaalatoa delivers nicely for White. Liliafano stepping well as White goes again. Penalty coming here. Taken on by Naisarani as White delivers up to Beale. Ghosting his way down to the 22, Kurtley Beale.
It's off the foot.
As White again allowed to run a few extra metres this time. Still playing under penalty advantage. Now Michael Hooper. There it is for Latu. Nice Irani once more. They work this near side. White, so dangerous around the fringes. Slow to come back.
We're going back, tackle off the ball,
that's
number 5.
enough for Jaco Piper, and it's the penalty.
Well, they created an absolutely magic situation, Australia. I just wonder whether or not the cutout pass was the option, whether they were better to try and get it through the hands. Yes, Beauden Barrett was up in the eye line, but they had already caught him out. He was already compromised, and the missed pass gave a little time
Man without the ball tackle
for the defenders to get across onto Cotabeti. But what was really noticeable for me was who was also in there. Number 11, George Bridge, all the way from the other side of the field, came to make the try-saving tackle with Sevu Reece.
What are you going to do? Shot.
2 penalties for illegal tackling technique by the All Blacks. That will frustrate Steve Hansen, because if one thing's going to kill momentum, it will be a lack of discipline in that area.
Here's where they create the opportunity, and Hodge, you can see Barrett was already going, needed to hit Beale, and he draws in the last defender, and there's Bridge, there's Mo'unga, there's Sevu Reece. Everybody working hard to shut down the threat. In fact, Bridge did win the ball and turned it over.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make a judgment.
Just a slight little bit of drizzle out there, Smithy, but there's absolutely no wind. It looks still as, is it?
The flags that I can see, it's directly behind the goalpost there, up on the top of the big screen. They're limped now. I was watching Geordie Barrett, and when he was kicking from this angle in warm-ups, the ball was drifting considerably to the right.
First chance tonight for Australia, and he's put it off the posts, and Smith has had to bring it out. Didn't quite go behind the goal line, gave it off to Whitelock. And the All Blacks scrambling in defence. Looks like they've done it all right though, and Smith has safely put it into touch.
Well, it did come off the post, but he didn't hit it smooth. Christian Leali'ifano. It was even lucky just to clip the post. They scrambled themselves out of trouble though. Good work from Sam Whitelock. He got a pass he wasn't expecting.
Tolu Latu for the Wallabies. Nearly at the quarter time already as Rodder wins the line out. Now Leali'ifano hands it off to O'Connor. White. Low once more for Rodder. Now short for Scott Seo. White. And Barrett can safely let that go.
Here's a hold your line, please.
Coles lobs it in. It's over the top of Reed. Alatoa carries it on. Salakai Lotto away for Latu.
No more.
Now White spins out of one. Got a nice run of pass away to Leali'ifano. White goes again. Karevi back on the inside. Hooper. There's the goal line right there. White ducks under or tries to. But it's a penalty coming the way of the Wallabies if they need it. Another crack at the line. Latu stands over it. Gave it away to Rodder, who ploughs on. Very close. Now the Wallabies have another game. Still coming up short. Here's Beale. Driven back. Probably got over the line. Driven back. Cotabeti, who scored in a similar situation last week. Alatoa has a go. Coleman standing wide, but they're offside, the All Blacks.
Yeah, Coles was offside.
Now the ball's been lost forward.
Offside.
So, well, there are actually a couple of penalties in there.
The second one.
So the All Blacks will have to be careful.
Remember years ago when I think it was Jerome Kano manhandled Digby Ioane back over the goal line? Remember those days long ago? I think Patrick Tuipulotu has just done exactly the same thing to Kurtley Beale, who I thought was over the line.
He was over the line. The way Tuipulotu picked him off was miraculous, to be fair, because for him to get through, that was the inside ball first from Karevi to Hooper, who went very close. From there, plenty of players had to go. There's Karevi Beale that gets over the line, and it is the number 4 jersey of Tuipulotu who hits him as he's trying to go to ground, and that probably would have been over the line unless the shoulder of Tuipulotu stopped him.
Just little inconsistencies, though, creeping in, and that will concern the All Blacks. That particular phase of play, or those phases, from a poor line-out. Missed his target, Kieran Reid. Dane Cole's well over the top. So the infringements and a little bit out of sync at set piece.
A real handful, 9, 10, 12 for Australia. They play flat. Nick White takes steps at times. Karevi runs hard. Leilofano happy to engage the defenders flat at the line. They are making some inroads in that zone.
Hit the post with his first attempt. Now Leilofano goes again and looks like he's pushed it wide. Oh, that's a bad miss, that one. 3-0, the All Blacks continue to lead. Barrett's going to go flat. Williams brings it under control. Now Smith back to Mo'unga. Leilofano drifting back after it. He's got Beale in support. Beale's the chaser. Mo'unga wins the battle on the 10-metre line, All Black territory. O'Connor dropping back. He's the only one in the back to receive this kick from Smith, but he's gone short, and O'Connor's going to have to come forward. Clever kick. Bounces up. Reese got it away to Kane. Sam Kane at the 22. Could open up here for the All Blacks with quick ball. Laulala scrambles it back for Mo'unga. Punches the kick in, and the bounce sits up nicely for Hodge. Does well as Anton Leonard-Brown goes over the top, and gee, they've done well here, the Wallabies, and they've banged it off downfield.
How did they scramble out of that? The All Blacks, lovely kick from Aaron Smith, found the space. From there, Mo'unga spots the opportunity. Hodge goes down on this, right on the goal line, pops back up. Oh, that's good work.
Cole's line-out throw was won by Reid. Smith somehow got it back to Savia before he was nailed. Now Reid snaps it up on the 22. Savia carries it on.
Now's the tackle, now release.
There it is again for Smith. Mo'unga to Leonard-Brown. Tried to rip the ball off him, did Karevi. Reid carries it on. Latu couldn't quite get it. Now Smith again. Misunderstanding and knocked on. Laulala thought Savia was going to take it, and vice versa, and they knocked it on.
Yeah, well, it went across the face of both the players. Here's the line out, and Aaron Smith gets hit by Michael Hooper hard. Inside ball to Savia over the advantage line, and then the pass here goes in front of Savia, who lets it go. Laulala was looking for the tip, probably, in Savia to catch it, gets the Falcon instead. I'm interested in this scrum. Not often I get overly excited about scrum, Smithy, but Australian ball, the All Black scrums look very dominant so far. This is a zone they need to be nice and solid, execute their scrum platform and exit this area. Can they do that? The All Blacks will be looking to attack them, I'm sure of it.
I find that disrespectful, Justin. You spend half your life around scrums if you're not that keen on them. It's a bit late now.
I enjoyed watching them. It's about it.
New Zealand certainly exerted a lot of pressure earlier on. Let's see if they can do it again.
Yeah. I actually see both teams coming forward there.
Nice Irani is explosive off the bat. I think if they have had a chat about the way
Same
the
for you, Black.
scrum's
Hold the gap.
gone in the first 25 minutes. They need to think about a quick hook from Latu back to Naisarani. He just uses his explosive pace off the back, and then they exit with a good kick. Can they make that synergy work?
Crouch. Bind. Set. No, it's both. No, it's both. Yeah, it's a bit of both. I could see the grass coming out there. You happy with the same spot?
The other side of this equation that's fascinating is it really is on for Australia to move the ball.
Bring the feet a little closer.
You can see here those players that are talking,
Slightly closer to you.
Karevi, O'Connor, and also Korobeti. Leilofano's on that side as well. Now he has to drop back a little bit, Sevu Reece. Richie Mo'unga is sitting in behind the scrum there. They have got an opportunity to go left if they're prepared to attack from this zone.
Crouch.
Yeah, look at that. There's a real opportunity there with a good platform.
Set.
Well, he's gone against the attacking team, which seems to be the normal ploy for referees. Doesn't cost any points that way.
Yeah, good point.
So Hodge bangs it hard. And the Wallabies back into All Black territory. Well, you'd have to say the first elbow down was the Wallaby elbow.
You would think so. Short line out for Australia, 4-man.
Latu throws. Rodder stretches across. Leilofano. O'Connor gets it back on the inside for Karevi. White again, goes short. Good defence. All Blacks trying to wrench the ball away. As White away for Leilofano. And Latu under some real pressure here from Savia and Whitelock. Now Karevi stayed in the fight as White gets his hands on it. Back to Leilofano. Oh, Hodge couldn't snap it up. Now Mo'unga's got pace. Probably too much. Richie Mo'unga. In he goes.
Well, it swings very quickly, doesn't it? There was a sniff of an opportunity for Australia on the outside, and I'm sure Bill felt that way. Hodge was in space, so he tried to shift it at the same time he got a defender. It's not an easy skill to execute. He didn't quite get it right, so the ball hit the ground. Hodge couldn't pick it up. In comes Bridge, bang! He can't hold it, Hodge. Richie Mo'unga scoops it up. He has lightning speed. He had plenty of players in support. And the All Blacks are the first to score at Eden Park.
Well, they were worried about their tackling in the first half last week. It's been a lot better this time, the All Blacks, and often you find these kind of mistakes comes from high levels of defence, and that has been the key for that. Add to that the pace and the hands of the brilliantly skilled Richie Mo'unga. And now the All Blacks have just got a little nudge away from Australia at a crucial stage.
I certainly think if Reece Hodge was half a metre deeper, he probably would have been okay, but he was really flat, and because of that, couldn't quite handle the pass. The pass from Bill was actually okay, so he did execute it. It's just that Hodge was a little flat and it was on his hip.
Now to convert his own try, and he does too. Richie Mo'unga scores the try, converts it to add to an earlier penalty. 10 points to 0. Nice pickup, and once it was in his hands, it was all over.
Just keep playing.
Plenty of industry out on the left wing side from George Bridge as Leilofano bangs it off downfield. Taken down by Leonard Brown.
Leave it. No.
Aaron Smith getting ready to put boot to ball here. Clean miss by Curtly Beale, and the All Blacks have it. Reid away for Laulala. Now Williams. Kicked through by Moanga. Korobetti. Back for Lealiofano. Barrett. He's got Moanga with him. They're going to have a crack here at the defence. Floats the pass nicely for Bridge. Sails through the gap. Now has he got support? He has from Aaron Smith. And the little halfback gets the second.
Something that the Wallabies didn't do last week. And equally something that the All Blacks didn't do. The Wallabies didn't kick poorly. And the All Blacks didn't really counter-attack. Well, this time, the minute that it went into Beauden Barrett's hands, he had one intent, and that was, let's go. And so he puts the hammer down, throws a really nice pass. Bridge, just too much gas, gets on the outside, back on the inside. Aaron Smith, perfect line from him. Counter-attack at its sublime best. Fantastic All Blacks.
Well, the mismatch was Salakai Lotu and George Bridge, but again, they went left. They could have gone either way. They gone left to Reece Hodge's wing. And he went inside Reece Hodge, but the tackler that missed was Salakai Lotu. And in support, the All Blacks, the rampant All Blacks are back. And they're in that horrible frame of mind that will worry the Wallabies, I'm sure. Yes, says Steve Hansen. He's not jubilant just yet, but he's a good deal more satisfied than the corresponding time 7 days ago. George Bridge, busy enough for you, Justin?
Yeah, he's been outstanding. All over the park as expected, because that's the way he plays. The speed, the vision. What an injection.
And let's go back to the missed kick from Curtly Beale again, miles away from the high kick. That wasn't Folau's game at all.
Moanga converts, and all of a sudden, 17 points to 0.
Just the intent from Bridge. He had the ball in two hands, and then he tucked it because he put the afterburner on, and they couldn't stay with him. Look at that, Aaron Smith. How much did he enjoy that?
Try number 17 in Test rugby. Just over 16 minutes till half-time. Taken down again by Anton Leonard-Brown. Smith this time from inside the 22. Can punch it closer to the touchline. Just got it on the second attempt, Curtly Beale. And then gets slaughtered by Tui Pelotu, who wins the turnover. Outstanding.
Yep.
Another kick and another chase. And the Wallabies need this to go out, and it does. Complaining to the referee, but I don't know why. That was great work from Patrick Tui Pelotu.
I don't know, maybe they're just querying if he was on the ground, playing the ball on the ground when he got it.
Latu throws, deflected for White, but he's on the back foot. So now Latu charges a couple of metres on his own, which gives White the chance to get back. Whoop, up the middle goes Naisarani. Now the big number 8, almost to halfway. Terrific run. All Blacks trying to steal it through Sam Cane and winning it.
Honestly, first man.
3 times he's almost. He's not rolling away.
He's nowhere. He was nowhere near them. Just give me a chance.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Sonny was good, mate.
Seven is locked on the ball. Yep.
There is no way.
Okay.
Sam
Seven is
Cane
locked on
over the ball.
He had no influence on what happened to either team.
Yes, he did. You've almost blown your wrist net over.
Black 2.
Well, they did well to scramble back. It was an excellent breakout
Okay.
Where is it?
from
Black 2.
Naisarani. striding out. And I thought he did an excellent job.
Calm down.
Stone Coles is getting told to calm down. It's not the first time in his career that's been said to him.
Well, the chat here, Justin, is between Richie Mo'unga and Kieran Reid, and he wanted to know exactly the mark Mo'unga. He looked at the post just a wee bit too far, maybe. More profit out of this.
And an excellent touch finder as well.
Sonny Bill back there.
So Australians really under the pump now. Problem was for Naisarani that he was isolated on the ball carry. Sam Cane worked so hard to get back, got over the ball. Haven't seen an All Black drive yet.
Well, it looks like you have now, Justin. They slip it to Coles. Going pretty well here. Now it's Savia with the ball. Stretching to get it to him. Now he's still going. Now they can lay it back. Reid, at least Laulala. He's there again for Smith.
5.
Penalty.
Well, Coles took out
That's Nick
Nick
White.
White. He's not happy.
He went flying.
He hasn't been happy for
Two black,
about
come with me.
20 minutes,
Dissolve.
to be fair.
I think they'll probably have a look at it because Nick White was nowhere near the ball.
Right, 2, come with me. Okay. Just stay put, yeah? I've just spoken to him, and he's gone beyond the ball again, so we're going to check something. Yep.
It's reasonly harmless, the way that
Okay,
he
we're going
tossed them
upstairs, we're
away,
gonna have a
but
look.
again, he's playing a
Against
player
two
without
black.
the ball.
At 2 black. 4-1. Pass the ball, playing
Well, they don't want to lose a player. It was about this time last week.
It'll be your penalty.
Lost Scott Barrett, to
I
be
don't
fair.
think it's that bad, Smithy.
I hope not, Justin. I'll tell you, with some great work in that drive from that man there, Patrick Tuipulotu, because Australia had one player who was through the middle trying to disrupt. Tuipulotu was all over him. Look, he didn't let his hands get anywhere near the ball. Tuipulotu did exceedingly well there.
Here it comes, Babes.
That's way off the ball. And it's a judo throw around the neck.
I don't agree that that's way off the ball because the ball carrier...
He gets him on the jersey. Yellow?
Didn't half milk it.
Yeah, the yellow. So, and I've already spoken to him. Yeah.
Right, Babes, this is the last angle, and I'll get back to you.
Well, you people
Where
at
does he
home
grab
may
him?
hear that.
Maurice, is it under
Yeah,
the
I'm
neck?
getting there. We go.
He's saying,
Got the
he's
angle
saying
there.
yellow.
It's cut off on the big screen.
Because he's also saying, I've already spoken to him 2 minutes ago about some rough tactics.
It looks like around the neck from here, but then he disappears out of the screen.
Babes, I'm freezing it on contact.
Okay, Maurice,
There we go.
there's
Yeah.
a brief moment with
I'm gonna
arms
have
around
to-
the neck.
Concede that, yes, that is more
Agree with
reckless
that?
than I thought.
All right, Yaku.
Yes.
So those are the angles that we have.
Okay. What we can see is we can see a hand very close to the neck, but it goes out of the screen where the scores are on the big screen. And then he throws them, and we've just spoken to him about playing man off the ball.
Yeah, Babes, so I can confirm that what I see here is definitely a hand around the neck, and then
Okay.
it's a judo throw.
Yep, so yellow.
Yeah, correct.
Before you go, did you consider anything about how far the
Okay. The neck's a no-go zone.
I saw the neck.
Mate, you're close to the neck. You're giving him a throw. I've just spoken to you. Stay out of it. All right? It's very dangerous.
So 10 minutes in the bin. Means he won't be back until the second half now.
It's a niggly one, isn't it? Look,
You want to go?
I think the arm around the neck was the biggest problem. I didn't have really too much of a problem with the throw, and I did feel that Nick White was coming in to make a tackle, so all Coles was doing was cleaning him out. Nick White did have contact with the ruck, so he is entitled to clean him out. It's just the manner he went about it, and probably just that arm around the neck is what's cost him. It's very much on the minor scale of a yellow card.
Tolu Latu throws and nicely dragged down by Rodder. Well, can they cash in, the Wallabies? They've only got 3 minutes left in the first half to do so.
Still good. Still good.
They've marched this one back a good 25 metres. Now Karevi makes a strong run. White pops it wide. Little bit of space for Corabetti. Looks to get on the outside of Reese, who runs him down. And Leonard Brown accepts the inside pass. And the All Blacks are recovered really well as Aaron Smith gets it away to Kieran Reid. Wallabies putting some real pressure on here at the ruck. All Blacks have to commit more numbers. Reid, Lee Smith.
Chasing.
Gets it high again. Beal. Oh, he's had a bad night under the high ball. Williams got a lovely pass off to Leonard Brown.
It's a rock.
Now Smith again. Slings it away to Reese. And just can't keep it in. Oh, he's had a nightmare. Courtney Beale.
Well, look, very complimentary towards Australia in their efforts last week because they were so accurate. It's not been the case this evening. They've missed high balls. The passes on the inside that were finding players last week haven't found players. Their kicking game's been inaccurate and they haven't been able to make their goal kicks either. They've been way off where they were last week.
Defensive line out for Latu. Now White. Off for Naisarani. Oh, he lost it forward. What a big chance for the All Blacks right on half-time.
Well, of course, they'll be able to run Cody Taylor on now. They'll have to for the scrum. They'll have to lose a loose forward. Maybe Savia or Kane, but... Taylor goes on in 16.
I think there's a possibility that Sam Kane might have ripped that out on the ground.
In fact, they're losing to a Pelotu, Justin. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. You know, you've got so much more experience out there.
And mobility too.
Yes. Yeah, I do think that the All Blacks are probably fortunate to get that decision go their way. It very much did look like Sam Kane ripped that free when both players were on the ground. However, make your own luck. And so far this evening, the All Blacks have been putting Australia under a lot of pressure. Big moment here just before half-time. That scoreline already very unflattering to Australia. I wouldn't think that they would be wanting to concede any more because that could be too much of a mountain for them in the second half if they were at this stage to concede more points.
They can get some sort of a hook here and some stability with 7 men. This is what they've got Xavier off the back for.
I like the setup too. Sonny Bill Williams is the tightest player to the scrum, and he's a little bit deeper than the likes of Moanga and Barrett. So that gives him the option. You can see there, he can come in as a first receiver, straight flat off the scrum from either Xavier or Smith, or he can track him behind Richard Moanga and Beauden Barrett and inject himself into that zone there as well. Or thirdly, he can be the decoy. And he's just looked at the big screen and is saying, which one am I of those three?
Right, siren goes for half-time. All Blacks contain the ball. The Wallabies have stood up. They've got a penalty out of it. Xavier pops it to Smith. Away for Reese. Pushing. Reese! Almost got the pass off.
Coming back.
Aaron Smith rushing to the mark. They're down to 14, remember. They'll probably just take the 3 and head for the hills.
What are we doing?
Well, considering they're a 7-man scrum against 8, that's incredible what they've just achieved there. I don't know
please.
whether or not Kieran Reid thinks, let's bank it. We've had a great scrum, take the points, 7 men against 8. That's a result for us, big time. In other circumstances with 8 on 8, maybe he would have opted for the scrum and really decided to go for the big push towards points, but I think this is a good decision.
Absolutely right decision. This is in effect a playoff game. This is for the Bledisloe Cup. There's no bonus points or history about this. Just win the game and take everything on offer. Correct move.
Strong Sevu Reece. 3 Wallabies in the finish to try and drag him down, stop him.
Yeah.
Right on half-time, Mo'unga always pushed it to the right. So he misses out on the final 3 points available. But half-time at Eden Park, and the All Blacks have kept the Wallabies scoreless. It's 17 points to 0. Yako Piper blows the whistle and Barrett kicks off. And been knocked on by the Wallabies.
First.
They didn't have to play at it.
Option.
Hadn't gone 10 metres.
Mate,
So an early
the ball
mistake.
bounced on the ground first before we played it. Short of the 10, therefore, he's got to play it
lucky,
inside.
Adam Coleman.
Oh, okay, he's going to give it to...
I think technically he's right. So basically what Yako Piper's saying is the ball didn't travel 10. It hit the ground first before it was played at by Coleman, and subsequently the knock-on doesn't matter because the first infringement was it not going 10. Let's check it out.
Oh, this is a fine line. The fact that he played at it, surely you make that decision, don't you?
Yes. Yes, I'm going to say yes.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
So 7-man All Black scrum, of course,
It's
and
down
down they go in the front row.
Okay, all right, all right. Just, I think this is a little bit better.
So the very obvious place to attack is, as we're looking at, to the
I'm
right,
coming this
simply
side.
because the All Blacks don't have a
Shoulders up.
flanker on that side of the
elbow
scrum.
up.
So I think
Away from
Australia
arm.
have been sensible here. They've loaded that left-hand
Chase the feet.
side, so the All Blacks have to consider that. And Kieran Reid is packing on that side of the scrum, so you can see there inside Severe, usually where that flanker would be. The opportunity is for them to come to this right-hand side. They just need a good, strong platform, and then Severe's going to have to work really hard to get across and cover that role that the other flanker usually would.
So White to get it in. Pretty good again from the All Blacks. That's fantastic.
Number 1 in the tunnel.
Justin, following up on your
Sorry,
point,
number
did you
one
see
was
what
the first to
Sevilla
go.
did?
I
In
don't
the
think he
tunnel.
can do that. I'm not sure. I need some help with the laws of the game, but because effectively he's unbound, hasn't he? So he's unbound from the back of the scrum and jumped onto the side of the scrum, but I'm not sure. Are you able to do that?
Number 1.
I need some help. I don't know the
Right straight
law
into the
well
tunnel.
enough, and I'm not going to speculate about it, but
Well, you have to stay bound full stop.
yes. Well, he's detached before the ball went in.
ball went in. So
That's
he's
so
okay.
good.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about the law. Thank goodness for that. That's very intelligent from the All Blacks.
So Cody Taylor is the line-out thrower. Finding Reid. Savia drives off him. Taylor gets it back. Now the rest join in. Led by Sam Cane. He dropped it down. Smith away for Mo'unga. Chasing across field and making it as far as the 22. Smith goes again. Nice little hand on by Lalala to Whitelock. Savia, as the Wallabies put as much pressure as possible on. Here's Williams on the charge, but good defence on him. Now working blindside, Mo'unga slings it wide for Leonard Brown. Brings it back in field, Anton Leonard Brown. Smith goes flat for Sam Cane. Looking for quick ball and getting it. Slings it wide. Good hands from Sonny Bill. Lays it back again. Now Moody. Wasn't expecting that.
Stop, stop.
Hello. We got a problem here.
Sorry, I didn't stop. I didn't stop that.
Wallaby player down.
So that's good refereeing. He was there right on the spot, Yako Piper, and he saw something and a player under distress and stopped it immediately.
Righto.
The All Blacks will take this opportunity to get Coles back on and Tuapolotua, of course. So Cody Taylor will come back off. But the concern is not there. It's for the Wallabies at the moment.
We've checked it, Michael. We've checked it. There's no foul place. Head in the wrong place.
It's Alan Alalatoa reeling away from that tackle.
Head in the wrong place, that's what happened there.
So, very privileged to get inside the All Black changing room. A lot of the talking, Richard Mo'unga, and then backed up by Beauden Barrett. Both of them step in as first receivers, very well aware of the game plan and making sure that they get the message across to the players, and that'll be game plan orientated. Kieran Reid didn't need to say anything. On the other side of the coin, Michael Hooper with plenty to say, the captain. All the players intently listening. They need to find their way back into the game. He's an experienced player. He's driven and competitive. And you can see there he had lots to say as well.
Well, he's going to have some sort of examination down the tunnel. In fact, they might even not even bother. Okay. But didn't this fella have a big impact off the bench last week, Taniela Tupou? But tonight, his first act in this game will be a hugely important defensive scrum, and that has been wobbling. Options, Justin, plenty of them.
Certainly are. They set up exactly the same way earlier in the test match, but they didn't need to go to their options because the scrum was so good. Savia has opted earlier in the match to go off the back to the right, but
shoulder up.
Really like the option of Beauden Barrett bouncing to the left with Mo'unga outside him, and look at the width of bridge, and they're a little tight there in defence. Australia, a lot of work for Hodge to do.
Set. Just reset, sorry. Just give me that picture because we had issues on my side too. Okay. Okay, keep your bind and don't flick, don't change it. All right? Yeah. Next one I'll take. Just had issues on my side.
The big noticeable for me is, though, the way Australia defending, there is a massive opportunity in behind them. Beal's up flat, so they're all up in the line, including Nick White. If someone was to go hard to the line, like Richie Mo'unga, or even to the left there, Sonny Bill, and go in behind that defensive line, there is no sweeper there at all. And it's a decent-sized dead ball for the All Blacks here at Eden Park. That shows it brilliantly.
Set.
Smith feeds. Savia, they do go to the right. Back on the inside to Smith, at least to Reid. Now Smith slips the pass on the charge. Is Sonny Bill. All Blacks seem pretty happy about this.
Okay, Marius, I'm coming upstairs.
Ball was clearly on or over the line.
On-field decision to strike because I've got the ball in the line. Just make sure there's no loss of control.
On-field decision to try.
Yeah, that could be the only thing that they were actually looking for, because we all, I'm sure, saw the ball over the line, or at least on it. It's just how it got there, whether he lost his grip as he was about to place it, but he does.
Yes, down it goes.
Happy with that, Morris?
Look at that determination in Sonny Bill's eyes there. Knew where he needed to get to. Had to work hard.
Yaku?
Yes.
I have no any other evidence to change your on-field decision.
All right,
so stick with it.
Well, a very complicated way of putting it. Could have just said try.
Well, Justin, remember, Savia off the back, good combination with Reid off the side.
And Aaron Smith taking a couple of steps to bring defenders in.
Wallabies going to the bench. James Slipper will be on very shortly in 17, and that'll be for Scott Seo, and also Matt Tamor in jersey 22.
Well, he's probably the most talked about rugby player in the country, but he's delivered at Eden Park.
And he had a lot to do. He hit it at a very good line, and he was upright. He powered through it, and still the determination to get the ball down.
So it's Tamor for Leili'ifano.
So Tamur immediately into it, makes the kickoff. They are taken down by the All Black captain, Aaron Smith. Corabetti waits. He'll go hard. Brave tackle by Moanga. Smith looks to get over the top. Ball around, and here goes Sevu Reece in a bit of space. Looks to link up. And it's Hooper who drags it in. And it will be an All Black line out.
Just how much do you admire a winger determined not to get bundled into touch? At all costs, having a go first. I'm going to take you on. And then working so hard to stay in play and keep the ball alive.
Line out throw. It's a bit wobbly. And in fact, the Wallabies have it. So White. Away for Hooper. Now Tamua. Karevi, they've looked after him tonight. As Salakai Lotu hands it off. Thumping tackle. White again. Here's Tamua looking for space and finding it. Now he's got to link up. Slips the pass, nice around him.
Oh, hands.
Brilliant hands, but no one else there. Leonard Brown's got it. Wallabies only had one player in support. Now Whitelock hands it on to Laulala. Here goes Reece again. Hooper tries to rip the ball off him. Now he tries to win it on the ground. Neither successful. Now Moody.
No more.
Smith looking for a bit of space and finding it.
Excellent breakout though from Australia. Tamua, and he had replacement prop. Watch the speed of Tupou. Look at him go. We know he's got gas. He was trying to find him on the inside. Tamua, beautiful pickup from the front rower.
Line out throw. Coleman wins it. White hands it up. All Blacks making spot tackles. Kane this time. Now White. Tamua right out in front of the goalpost here. This is brave. Curtly Beale.
No.
Ball there again for White. Barrett drifting back, and that's a good kick, but Barrett will play it to himself. Beale deep inside his 22. Not many options. Oh, he's going to have a go. Oh! Barrett got a thread. Now White away for Tamua. Game opening up here big time. Here's Latu. Oh, look to slip the pass. Hooper gets there. Now O'Connor. Dragged down by Savia. Ball's gone forward. Knocked on by an All Black. So they'll play on here. There's Nick White. Serves it up for Latu.
We're going back first
and
one
they'll go
six.
back for the first knock on made by the All Blacks.
Hasn't been the same sort of week for Nick White tonight, Justin, and Will Guinea into the fray a lot earlier.
9.
The All Blacks were hurt though last week by Nick White. The damage that he did around the breakdown caused them trouble, opened up space for other players. He made some breaks himself. They've done their homework and they've shut him down a lot better this week, but they've also been better around the contact zone, around the ruck. He's still a threat though, Nick White, but Will Guinea, a great player. 100
Nice and stable till the ball's in.
and 3 test matches already under his belt.
Right, clock's back
This is his 104th, and I tell you what, he is a player that can go on and make things happen as well.
Wallaby started this match with 474 caps on the bench.
Keep that weight. Crouch.
Ashley Cooper's got a lot under. He's
117.
Sit.
All Black scrum's been really good. Wallabies holding this time, briefly. Guinea spots something down the blind side, and off he goes, immediately putting pressure on. Beautiful work by Smith. Chased across, and Guinea gets him.
He ducked into it.
And the Wallabies pile in here, and somehow he's got it back. Savia.
He ducked into it. There's nothing wrong there. No foul play.
All Blacks really good on the back foot there.
Last.
So Smith back in position. Off it goes to Kane. All Blacks put the little wall in so that Aaron Smith can get his clearance away. Well, you're right about Genia. Immediate impact.
Yes, he did. Spotted the opportunity. Equally, though, Aaron Smith's had an excellent test match tonight. His kicking game has been incredibly accurate, try scorer, and also he's cleaned up a lot of this. Balls that have hit the ground and opportunities.
And Justin, that'll be the last thing he does tonight, because TJ Pera on in 21 for him, and also Joe Moody makes way for Ofa Tuangafasi in 17.
Tactically as well, I think he's made good decisions. He's kicked at the right time, Aaron Smith. He's been superb.
Line out throw, won by the All Blacks. So one against the throw.
Lost.
Won by Savia. Now Perinara, who of course is a left-footed kicker.
Put on side by him.
And it's been won by Reese. So now Perinara. Laulala, nice little pass for Tuipulotu. And the Wallabies, standing over the top, have won the penalty. And it is Tupou.
Not only do we know that he's a great carrier of the rugby ball, Tupou, but don't you feel that ever since he came onto the field, the scrum has shored up as well for Australia? And that was always a query, whether or not he had that presence up front, but it certainly looks a lot more solid since he's got out there.
Yes, absolutely. Great technique. So important throw here by Latu. One by Coleman. Now the Wallabies looking to put some pressure on this All Black defence. Latu, they're not going too far here, in fact backwards at the moment. So Genia needs it and gets it. Karevi.
Leave it 7.
Oh, scrap going on here for the loose ball. It's going to be Wallabies ball.
Yeah. Your tackler was trapped there, that's why. Your tackler was trapped. It's not your fault, it's his fault. All trapped. Let's go.
Steve Hansen coaching the All Blacks for the 100th time in a test match tonight. There he is. Didn't want to talk about it during the week. Downplayed it a bit.
And last one at Eden Park too.
Yep, dead right.
Let's go, brothers. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Hold that gap.
So Karevi's bounced out a spot here in the lineup. You can see that O'Connor's come into the second receiver role. Karevi's gone out one to centre.
So Genia gets it in. The scrum does look a lot better. And off on the blind side goes Will Genia. Look to punch the kick in behind. Got it back beautifully. And now here's Corabetti. Whoa, went down. I think he knocked it on. He did knock it on.
Sam Kane, brilliant.
And Moanga drops back and drills the kick away down as far as Samu Karevi. Now Kurtley Beale. Oh, boom. Tuipulotu Tuangafasi. Salakai Lotu. Well, some of these guys who played so well last week, not so much tonight.
Well, yeah, but they had a near perfect performance last week where everything did stick for them. But I don't think there's any excuse for them to button off this much. Yes, the All Blacks have been more aggressive. They've hit them hard. There's evidence of that. But also, they've made lots of fundamental errors that they hadn't been making. Look how happy it makes Steve Hansen. Dane Cole's night is over, Smithy.
Yep, and That'll be for Cody Taylor. Back again for Australia. They've gone the same in the hooking department. So Falau Fainga on in jersey 16. Rob Simmons on in 19. And that'll be for Adam Coleman.
So on comes Rob Simmons, another 97 caps.
Locks in.
And the stats back up. The handling errors are 9-4 against the Wallabies. The 14 turnovers they've conceded. So goes to show that the errors that weren't there last week, for whatever reason, are there this week, and it's proving very costly for them.
Yeah, new hooker. Both hookers are new. Yep. Okay, both hookers, listen. We've got to get your heads apart from each other. All right, you can't hear your cork. Can you get a bit louder, please? Excuse me? You can't hear your cork. Can you get a bit louder? Louder. Right. That doesn't matter on the lead.
Kick meter's massive tonight. Obviously, they've had more possession and better areas to do that, but gee, what a difference it's made, particularly the high ball pressure that they've been able to put on the Australians. And
hold that
the kicks in the corner, been outstandingly accurate there.
Same for you,
That's
Black.
the word. That's the key word. The kicking has been incredibly accurate. It's caused Australia to really scramble back or to spill the ball.
Set.
So it's Perenara.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, let's move away from there. Yeah, he's also slipped.
I really like the option here the All Blacks have created on the left as we look at it.
Yeah, okay. Right, lads.
We've only got 3 defenders, which will begin here. And also Salakai Lotto will push out and help him, but with the width that Moanga can take here, look at that opportunity. They have to go lateral here, Australia. If New Zealand can get somebody nice and straight and hard, they certainly can create an opportunity for George Bridge, who is hugging that touchline.
Fine. Set. Stay behind, stay behind.
Xavier off the back for Perenara. Change of direction. Here they come. Williams lays it there for Perenara. Quickly sweeps it off to Moanga. Has to take the tackle. They've got him up here, and he does really well to deliver the pass off to Leonard Brown. Short pass goes to Kane. Now Perenara. Leonard Brown fires it wide for Cody Taylor. And Taylor ploughs through a couple of tackles. Perenara again. Laulala. Driven back. Perenara got an awkward one. Here's Kane again.
Moanga stayed down over the touchline.
Tuanga Fashi with a strong challenge. Now Perenara. First receiver Laulala. Now Williams. Inside pass for Reese. Pops it beautifully. Space for Xavier. No.
Yep. No, it's forward.
Whistle goes.
You looked at me straight away, you knew.
And Richie Moanga is out of the field of play, so they may not stop the game here.
He got hit really hard. I think it was from Salakai
As he
Lotto.
threw it, he looked straight away around to me.
He did incredibly well to keep the ball in play as he was getting bundled out by about 3 defenders. Nearly created something. Really liked Nepo Lalala's input into this game. Lovely inside ball. Sevu Reese working off the wing. And yes, a forward pass from Anton Leonard-Brown.
The issue for Moanga is right shoulder here, fellas. The right shoulder, bang, down there with the body weight of Salakai Lotto on top of him.
Boys, I missed the replays. Is there anything there?
Geordie Barrett up.
So
we may see a brother going to 10 and Geordie to the back. That has happened.
Well, he's had a very good game tonight, Richie Moanga. Safe and sure under the high ball. And this was the opening try of the game. But sadly, that is it for the number 10 tonight. So on comes Geordie Barrett at fullback, and Brother Bowden goes to number 10.
Well, that's the luxury they have, the All Blacks, with having both Bowden Barrett and Richie Moanga on the field at the same time. They don't have to carry a replacement 5/8 on the bench.
Locks in.
So they do have that advantage of being able to carry that extra player simply because they can switch if one of them has to go off, which is the case here.
Fine. Set.
A strong All Black scrum, but it's there for Guinea. Nice, Arani takes it off the back. All Blacks have driven over the top of this. And they win the scrum. Led by Kieran Reid.
Well, probably should have been penalised because Simmons just came in from the side of the ruck and lay all over the ball. But the work of Kieran Reid to make the tackle, get back to his feet. He recognised that he wasn't going to win the ball, but what he could do was win the ruck. So he bounces back up, can't win the ball, retains his feet, towers through the ruck, which he's in